Uh, remember what the long man. I was just listening to the Matrix trailer, or watching the Matrix trailer again, right before I went live. I figured I'd get it out of my system before making you guys watch it again. Can't wait. Cannot wait. We're gonna go over Jack emails today. Oh, they're still showing Dolphin highlights. Today was a good NFL day. My Miami Dolphins. It's Tua time. It's Tua time. Didn't lose us the game. It wasn't impressive, but we won. In New England? Actually, fuck that. That's impressive. I don't give a shit. How about them Dolphins stuck in Chaselandia? How about them? Huh? Tua time! Tua time! Tua time! Tua time! Love it. Love it. And to beat New England in their own house? Fuck yeah. That's a great way to start a season off. I don't care what happens after that. Can't wait to see what else we do, but my goodness, what a good way to start. Well, fuck you, New England, to start the season off. So, football aside, I think on this lovely Sunday, we should do some Jack examination. I was wondering, what the heck are we going to go live with on Sunday? Ashley's not here. She's at an undisclosed location somewhere to my northeast. So maybe we'll know more about that later. We'll see. Not a bad day for gambling for football either. I think we gambled with about $250, and I think we won about 198. So not too shabby, but we reinvested in Sunday Night Football, so we'll see. Stuck, where? I sense a Florida connection with you, Stuck. Are you from Florida? I used to live in Southern Florida for just a brief speck of time, just a moment in life, but I did. I worked on shit. God, I miss so much watching the Dolphins. 1-0 Broncos. Yeah, see, did we all have a good football Sunday? Seems like we did. Ashley's been out of the house all day, watch football. I made sandwiches for the kids. I listened to them play some atrocious game that involved counting the whole time while I'm trying to watch the game. I'd say I was good today. I did a good job today being an adult. I adulted very well today. I grew up in Miami. You know, shit, dude. I lived in like kind of near Aventura off Biscayne. And I went to work in South Beach, one of the nightclubs, ran security. I got a text from Ashley, says, "Oh my gosh." I think she knows we're on, or this is how she starts off every sentence. So, well, if Jack played football, what position do you think he'd play? I think special teams, kicker, on fake field goals only. Alan K, dropping bombs. I think actually, Alan, Jack would be a punter. Right? Get a juicy topic and he punts it away. But speaking of that, it's the oh wow, yeah, you've been all over Miami or Southern Florida, Chaselandia. That's dope. I think today that's a good segue. Unless Alan wants to come and talk DB Cooper, Alan, if you want to come talk DB Cooper, Alan, you come in and you talk DB Cooper, Alan, and we will fucking change the whole show. The whole show will change if you want to talk DB Cooper. For now, what I'm going to get ready here is a little Jack database searching. I think, why not, right? I did play tight end in high school, Silver Fox. For the 1 year I played football, I didn't like playing. I love watching it. I did not like the headaches. You don't understand what these helmets would do. The headaches I would get from these things. No, not worth it. Not worth it. And this won't go out. I hate smoking out of little pipes. Stop. Go out. Stop smoking. So look at this. I don't know if you guys can see it. Stop. I burned my finger. Ah. I don't want to smoke all of you right now. Jeepers. That's why I like smoking out of bongs. All right. So DB searching. That's right. Database searching. That's fine. We'll deal with that. That's fine. Whatever. It's fine. One of these days we will watch the DB, or we will pay attention more to the DB. Why won't this stretch out all the way? There we go. All right. Whoa, that is too big. I can't see shit. There we go. With that, you can deal with this, and you can deal with that. You can deal with this, and you can deal with that. There we go. All right. Jack is Jonah Hill's character in Moneyball. Wow, that's good. That's interesting. I was thinking Jack was more Jonah Hill's character, and This Is the End. He's just like extra uber nice, and then, oh my god, yeah. So just a second as I get the old database pulled up here. That'll do. That'll do. Let me get rid of the messages. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. I don't know why he blessed me, but bless me indeed. Is this like a bless your heart, bless you? All right. All right. We got that stuck. We're good. We're good. We're good. As soon as I read, ha ha ha, Alan, as soon as you send it to me, brother. Oh, have I not? Let us send you that address. Let me just fucking do it right now, man. I want that ha ha ha. I need that ha ha ha. I must have the ha ha ha. Oh look, I'm hopping on Facebook for the first time. Look at this K-Pro in West Yellowstone. Oh my gosh, she's with all sorts of folks. Oh my gosh, we got Jens there, K-Pro. I think that's Cynthia. That's Shannon. I don't know who this fellow is, but that's interestingly cool. Oh, K-Pro holding something quite interesting with a little smile on her face. This is cute. It's cute. Cute. Very, very cute. But we're on here to do different things than looking at K-Pro in West Yellowstone, but interesting nonetheless. I want to look up Jack stuff. That's what we're doing. I did sneeze, and I am a goober. Oh, no. I went onto Facebook to go to Alan, to quickly message Alan. Okay. There you go, big guy. There's my address. Come kill me. All right, now let's X out of that so I don't accidentally click on it. Get rid of this. Get rid of all this. Close. Yes. Close them all. All right, now let's share. Let's share and let's do the damn thing, right? Let's do the damn. Let's look up Jack emails. I want to see if we've missed something. I want to see if there's something we're not connecting, we're not figuring out here. Is it just sitting right in front of us and we're just feeling really silly later down the road here when we should have seen this a while back? So that's kind of where I'm at. Share screen. All right, let's look. Let's see here. You know, of all the times I come in here, I probably skip all this nonsense so much, and I probably shouldn't. It's interesting when okay, so this is like first quote, for instance. For anyone who has seen the New Mexican tourism ad and wondered about Fenn saying he's told the camera crew something he wished he had not. I pursued this via a New Mexico Inspection of Public Records Act request to try to get my hands on what they shot. Unfortunately, I hit a dead end. So I thought I'd save others the trouble. The people at the tourism department emailed me to say they no longer have the raw footage. Now that's interesting, of course, because we know he did FOIA that and he did get that footage and information. And is this a lie right away? Like what is he trying to get people off the trail? Like, oh no, don't look at it. Won't help you. They don't have it. It's okay. Move along. Is that what he's doing? Hooley Steelers. Yes, they played quite well. I would say this day in the NFL went pretty according to what most would have expected, with a couple of little surprises, but not really. No crazy like day one, oh shit, that happened kind of moments. You could say the Browns owning the Chiefs for most of the game, but you know, the Browns will be the Browns, and home of the Browns, home of Cleveland, Ohio, Toledo. Not going down that rabbit hole. Anyway. Okay, well, hold on. We keep reading. His first attempt to get a copy of this interview was denied in November of 2018 by the governor's press secretary. What? She said the department did not have the footage, which is around the same time the submission was made. Okay, so he was being honest. Interesting. A further investigation into that user's post history corroborates the assumption that the Condor 2 is Jack's. Okay, this is just corroboration stuff. That's fine. Blah, 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 blah. Someone says page 31. Well, I think you mean the thingamajiggy. Okay. Page 31. All right. Page 31. You know, I could have just searched whatever it is you were talking about. Comment about the image with the double X's. Double X's? What are you talking about? What? Page 31 has an interesting. Are we on page 31? I mean, are you talking about the X not making sense from page 99 that he talks about here? I mean, I don't see anything but double X's. Hmm. I collect rare Fenn interviews and news articles like he collects Indian artifacts. And I once made a thread for people to share them and nobody cared. That's fine. Most people are going to try and solve it the way that they seem to most fun. I don't see double X's, man. What you talking about? What you talking about? Oh, Ashley's here. Hello, Ashley. Hi from Candy and me. Oh, well, there's our undisclosed location information. Yeah, I don't understand what we're supposed to be seeing, by the way, on the New Mexico interview thing. Like they did fuck with him and tell him to say this shit. Like, it's not that. It can't be that. It must be something else. Oh, it's the one I just mentioned about page 99. Oh, I see the double X's. Okay. Yeah, no, I get it. Page 99. That's what it's talking about for shizzles. It's just, you know, then combine that with my spot on the Madison. So the X is on the Madison. And yes, go Dolphins. Go Dolphins. All right, so we have the rest of this. I want to Control F. What do I want to look for? Let's type in silly stuff like Blaze. 1 of 42. Oh my God. 42 references to the Blaze. Somebody get Davio. So we could start in chronological order and work our way back, or we could start from the bottom. Now we're her. Let's start from the bottom. Now we're her. Okay. So maybe the owner put up fences as a polite way of telling you to stop trampling over his property because his Blaze was working. Yeah. Interesting. Not really, actually. But I assume the final search area is extremely narrow. Following your creek will point you directly to the Blaze in the wood. But what if at the end of your creek is a section of wood that you still need to search for the Blaze? That's what I'm talking about. In my opinion, being wise implies some period of actual searching about it. Interesting. So what he's saying is the end of your creek brings you a section of wood that you then search. But where's the end of your creek? I mean, the end of your creek could be anywhere along the creek, right? Or is it the actual physical end of the creek? Because if that's the case, guess where I found these? At the end of the creek, in a section of wood, right next to it. Link. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's interessante. I have to send links and shit. So I'm gonna stop sharing for a second. Invite, copy, invite link. Dogs are barking. Treasure hunting's calling. I have that. If I only had a brain. All right, so that's taken care of. It's sent to Candy, Ashley, so tell her to go on her phone. I'm at the end of my creek too, right? Good grief. At the end of your creek is K. That's a fact. That's a fact. Ashley, I sent the link to Candy. Oh, you know what? I can do it on Discord. It's fine. It's fine. Although, no, we're not even friends on Discord anymore. Because remember I got locked out? Yeah, I can't even find you on fucking Discord. Oh, God, I hate this. Just tell Candy to look at her Facebook and all is right with the world, Ashley. Text her that way, do the old-fashioned way. Good grief. Can I get back to Jack now? Criminy, Christ. On a cracker. All right, so see, this is interesting. So wise implies some period of actual searching around the final spot, though of course the verb tense there could imply being wise with simply following the clues preceding, which is the way I've always taken it. That's the way the English language works with this fucking poem. Just saying. I'm gonna keep an eye and make sure. I thought my creek was dried up, then I had a fourth kid. Bum. Let's go to the next one. I agree with this, but Forrest hedge on whether the Blaze is a single object makes me think the Blaze is made up of multiple components in one spot. The Blaze is made of multiple components in one spot. Do you think there's one and only one Blaze, or do you think there could be a sequence of blazes, like a trail, which begin with the Blaze, but continue in a sequence of steps requiring the searcher to find additional blazes that mark a trail? And Condor says, there you are.
Wait, yeah. Oh, here we are.
Hi, you.
Hi, babe. We're having fun without
How are you?
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. Cheers. Cheers. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I can pull out my phone. Look at chat.
We're going through Jack emails, or not Jack emails. We're going through Jack
Database.
posts on Reddit. Yeah.
An angry elf.
And then I typed in the word blaze,
You typed in what?
the word blaze, and then you know, you come up to an interesting post where he says, following your creek will point you directly to a blaze in the wood, but what if at the end of your creek is a section of wood that you still need to search for the blaze? You're almost making it sound like at the end of the creek is a new section of wood that you then like notice, and that's where the blaze is gonna be, at the end of the creek.
The end of a creek.
Right?
Everything I told
That's what he says.
He forgets that because he doesn't tell you shit.
Oh yeah. So what Candy is suggesting right now is I have made your tea, and she's saying I should withhold it since you withheld stuff while you were in Yellowstone.
It's called karma.
Sure. Okay.
He doesn't care.
He's like, I'm gonna feed it out. You know?
He's over it.
Give two shits.
So are you thinking there is another clearing of wood after a creek? What is chat saying?
Oh, it's not
I don't know, but I just know that I found these in a section of forest at the end of a creek. So
It's not
Very
like
good.
Southwest Montana.
you're derailing me, so I'm gonna go back to searching. Blaze.
Hold on. Chat saying. Hey Ben,
What?
are you familiar with the story of Percival?
Percival?
Yeah, are you familiar with the story of Percival?
No. Not
Okay,
familiar.
have
I've heard it.
Have fun chasing waterfalls.
Oh God. Okay. No, I'll look it up.
You can just say whatever.
I don't know. It's
So
so
you
hard,
just micro whatever
it's
means.
so hard to hear him. But look at how dashing he looks in his Dolphins jersey.
He's so salty because you're not
King
here
Arthur's
to
Round
for free.
Table.
No, he just misses me. Okay, it's really hard to hear you. We wanted to say hi.
Aren't you two guys another martini?
Well, thank
So
you
I'm
for
gonna-
saying hi. I'm now looking up Percival stuff instead of looking up the Condor. It's ridiculous.
Oh, are you?
Going back
oh,
to the
you
Condor.
did get to him. He's looking at Percival now.
Oh,
We could just tell you.
maybe we could. Yeah. But what
Oh, we might die, Candy, if that's what we tell you. Might have to be
Look up the
secret
word
type.
your. I will after Blaze.
What?
It could be the natural feature that Fenn considers the blaze is not feasible to remove, but the mark Fenn made on it is feasible. Yeah.
If anyone literally like in Miami, they're laughing.
It's Montana. Candy thinks it's Southwest Montana, everybody. Just FYI.
To Southwest Montana. Compliments of Miriam DeFonso.
It's fun. Beware of fake blazes.
Fake blazes or bezos? That's what you say?
Fake blazes. Is this in the database? Okay, let's see. I can't read it.
Yeah.
No. One thing to pay attention to when Jack talks about it is some of his
It's a good one. I mean, I've read it before, but
like only one way that we're gonna know about it.
why does he think an F is the most common blaze because of its scrapbook? Wouldn't people think F is the most common blaze because of F?
Hey bartender, I need more alcohol libation.
My worry is that a tree has fallen on it since it was hidden. That's the only application I could see for a metal detector. We should have a blaze out there to tell us where it is, unless the blaze has also been damaged. I mean, that's a good one, right? Why can't I copy this? God, I hate this. Has that one been deleted yet?
Hey Ben.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you find out the story of Percival and the real meaning behind it, you will find the answer to the dove in the moon.
Okay.
And that will lead
I mean,
you
I'll
to
look
the
that
jar.
up.
And that will
I
lead
gotta
you
do one thing at a time.
and that will lead you to the jar. How do you do this? What? insufferable. Talking over me all the time. I'll beat you like I'm your mama.
Why tell everybody where to fucking go then? Let's just save it and tell each other offline. This jar is still up for grabs, right? I don't want to help people find a jar. I want to find the jar.
Poor Ben. I feel like I should tell him what I told you. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm gonna get
Can I get
Why
a
don't you just text me? Why don't you just text me? I'm not interested in like breaking news here.
Yeah. I need to be thoroughly entertained.
What did he say to you? Why don't you text him?
Yeah, no, it's not. No, no. No means no.
Okay.
Hold on. Wait. What are we
That's
looking
weird.
at? What database? Hold on. let me
Yeah,
check
I'm
that.
looking up every time he uses the word blaze. I would not expect in the right solve to know exactly where the blaze is before you go there. He says it's unlikely to solve all 9 clues from home. If you're worried about small children, maybe take this trip with just your son. Remember, Fenn says the location is not dangerous. But a 3-year-old would need help. Hmm. He does seem to say tree blaze, tree blaze, tree blaze hard to find. Making this small blaze like this was an extra layer of protection. By showing us what the needle looks like, isn't worth much when most of us are hundreds of miles away from the haystack. Well, then fucking show us what the needle looks like, Jack. Son of a biscuit and gravy. Finding the blaze on Google Earth has never made any logical sense and has been explicitly ruled out. I agree. If you're going to find the blaze on Google Earth, I'm out. Blaze can't be seen on Google Earth. Fenn has not hinted the blaze could be predetermined from the poem. He said he thought about it for a half hour and decided to pass on that question. You can interpret that as you are, but there are many possible interpretations, and it's certainly miles away from a yes answer. I agree. So many people wanted to take what Fenn would say and go, oh, well, that means that. No. Fenn always made sure that he could mean 12 different ways to interpret whatever he's saying. And Jack is privy to that and is quite savvy, I must say. Read more. He didn't say it was visible. He said it would be obvious where it was. If you're a wise searcher, you will know the importance of the blaze when you recognize it. Huh. Keep in mind, he also said most of the things the clues referred to existed when he was a child. I don't know if that's just a slight understatement, but I've always thought that could mean everything but his blaze had existed. That's kind of the way I looked at it too. Interesting. He says you are where the treasure is when you get to the blaze, meaning they are right next to each other, strongly suggesting that the blaze cannot be anything massive that you can stand next to from multiple points. And it certainly can't be something you can just see in the distance from a narrow window when you're standing on top of the treasure, as some have postulated. We learned anything from this? Packerjack, and in the end, the life you live is equal to the love you give. Packerjack always coming in hot with the words of wisdom. Thank you, Packerjack.
Thanks, Packerjack.
Well, now he says you need to get to the 9th clue, as in you go to it, not see it. But I guess I can see how your case could still work, but just barely. Still, I don't see any textual evidence to support a narrow window of viewing of your blaze. What is he discussing with? Dale has now released full audio. That would seem to confirm that that clue 9 is the blaze. And if so, also suggest that, okay. Huh. I don't know what that's quite in reference to, let's be honest. I'm talking about Fenn basically saying the blaze is the last clue. The flip side guy maintained that the 9 clues were in 9 sentences in the poem, but started at WWWH and flipped back on themselves. Look quickly down your quest to cease. The whole poem is subjective, is the point. Fucking A, man. Let's go to another blaze question. He hit it in summer, so if that were the case, how did he see the blaze? Huh? Yeah, people's time locks on like winter time and shit like that. Never worked for me. He said it might last 100 years, might, not may. That denotes doubt. He also didn't say anything about the blaze lasting 1,000 years. Rather, that he said the geography may change in the next millennia. If the blaze is a tree that gets destroyed by nature, that makes it more likely to last 1,000 years, not less. Exactly. The more likely that blaze can get destroyed by nature, the more likely the treasure hunt goes on for longer and longer and longer. I mean, okay, that's like your opinion, Gedelkin, but Condor 2 is 100% Jack. To not think he's Jack at this point, to not think Condor 2 is Jack at this point, to me, tells me you either don't believe in Jack Stoof, like the person exists, so you just can't make this connection to a Reddit username, or you're willfully ignorant of the facts because like you don't have time for him in real life. You don't want to deal with this bullshit, and you haven't done the research because this is Jack. So overwhelming is an understatement of how much evidence there is that this is Jack. Maybe you need to accept that the blaze may not be on something as permanent as you hope. He says the things the clues refer to might still exist in 100 years. Might. He has shown no deference to people searching now versus generations to come. He put the autobiography and hairs in the chest in anticipation of it possibly being found a long time from now. You can't rule something out just because it's not convenient for you personally. Boy, oh boy. Words to live by. A lot of removing the blazes. I think I agree with you. The problem is we have no idea where his mind was at when he answered that question. Our opinions are meaningless. It's hard to rule something out as the blaze with only a single quote. And durable enough for what? A man who so fantasizes about the treasure being found thousands of years from now that he includes his autobiography and hair under the assumption the finder would know who he is. Let's just stop here for a second. Let's stop here for 1 second. Because Jack Stoof made it very clear that he said Forrest Fenn was profoundly indifferent to when the chest would be found, meaning he didn't care if it would be found 10 years after he hit it or 1,000 years after he hit it. But we know for a fact, Jack Stoof, as the Condor 2, makes it very clear he thinks Fenn wants this treasure hunt to last a very long time. So that does seem to work in an incongruent fashion with what Jack has written publicly. What was the date of the last quote I read? Our opinions are April 18th, 2020. So what is this, 2 months, a month and a half or so before the find? But again, he's speaking how 1,000. He makes it seem like Fenn wants this hunt to last a long time. It's interesting. Specifically, given the timing of it too. You know, if we're going to make the argument that maybe Jack knew something ahead of, back in April of 2019, some of these posts don't work in conjunction with that either. So, you gotta keep in mind for everything. This is tough. This is tough to figure out. It feels like it's been made tough on purpose. So, I don't know. I don't know. All I know is this screen name posted about Jack Stoof 10 years ago when no one knew who Jack Stoof was in this fucking chase. It's Jack Stoof. I'm gonna check something. Is that it? That was the last blaze? Good grief, that was the last blaze. How about that? All right, so we typed in blaze. Someone your. I hate how that does. I gotta control F it again. Whatever. 0. What are we thinking? 42 references to Blaze. It did seem like Jack thinks that there's a section of forest at the end of your creek. I like that. And it goes with the clues being congruent with each other. One after the other, touching almost, if you will. One leads you to the next. Because you have to do something in between, and it should have been a clue. So if there's 9 clues, that tells you there's 9 changes, if you will, of direction or movement that you do. Gedelkin, it doesn't really matter how many boots on the ground you have. I'm just asking, have you done the research into the Condor 2? Have you read every single post? Have you looked at how the Condor 2 posts about Jack Stoof political topics in a time where only Jack Stoof would be posting about Jack Stoof political topics 10 years ago on Reddit? I don't know what to tell you, man.
It's hot, babe. It's hot.
What's up?
That's hot, babe.
What's hot?
You with your drinks.
Oh, is if you say so, honey.
It's trying to be cute so that I come home.
Yeah, sure. How's that bar?
It's cute, but there's lots of flies.
Seems to be flies everywhere in California.
I know, it's here, but not in our backyard because I took care of it. Literally, there's a fly on my hand. What else do you look up in the database?
I was trying to look up other words, but now I'm just kind of going chronological and going to back when he started posting in that subreddit. Right, because before he's posting about the subreddit, he's just doing credit card scams and shit.
Credit card scams, huh?
Oh yeah, lots of credit card scams. Like had to get points on flights and then cancel them and all that shit.
Oh, he's actually into that? Like he was posting on boards and how to do that?
He posted a picture of one of his credit cards that came in the mail from doing one of these scams, and the first letter on the name was J. He covered up the rest of it. So whoever the Condor 2 is, his first name starts with the letter J, and he was posting about Jack Stoof. He's posting about Jack Stoof shit. Like, come on, guys. Again, I'm not being mean. I'm not saying you haven't done your research in the thrill of the chase. I'm just saying maybe actually read all the Condor posts, because it doesn't seem like anybody who actually would could ever come to any other conclusion. But okay, that's Jack Stoof. Got it.
Yeah, quite a coinky dink. I mean, people can think maybe he's not the actual.
Rudy, it's not Rudy. Churning isn't a quote scam. You want to say that? That's fine. Come on. When you're buying flights and canceling the flights, this is a scam. It's taking advantage of other scams really in life. The credit card industry is a scam. I have no problem with. I'm not, because if you use the word scam doesn't mean a negative connotation here. I'm just saying it's a scheme.
You're
the system.
how Jack was into churning, how he would buy flights, get credit card
Oh, yeah, I
points,
saw that
cancel them. And Rudy's saying it's not a scam, and Ben's like, yeah, it is. It's a scam. Like, it is.
Don't follow Jack. He's not real.
It's a scam of a scam, which is fine. I like that. But I'm just explaining
No.
this is what he was doing.
Yeah.
Jack is the fairy tale for the fairy tale. Ben's like, I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
No, I'm reading. I'm sorry. Did you say something?
She just says Jack. He says, say it again.
Jack isn't real. He's a fairy tale for the fairy tale.
Okay. Who's controlling Jack Stoof?
Who's controlling Jack Stu?
The person that actually discovered the secret. You had to go to the fisherman's castle and answer the question in which it was asked to heal him, and then you had the secret.
That reminds me of like Mr. Robot and like the computer game and
I
answering
like
questions.
Mr. Robot.
You do? Ben loves that show.
I didn't finish the final season though.
You didn't finish it? Oh my gosh, she watched all of Mr. Robot but the final season. What's wrong with her?
I'm drunk and I know things.
Nomadic Madman perfectly puts it. Okay, so the Medium articles, the Jack email, and Condor 2 are all the same person. Somehow talking about Jack Stoof, the Onion political writer. So, but like, if we want to just look at it in a specific way here, fine, go for it.
The holder of the secret off your channel. Remember when I told you that on the street, he's the holder of the secret.
Oh, are you breaking that?
People don't believe shit. People don't believe shit. They're gonna be like, no, you're crazy. Oh my god, this is so cool, it's ridiculous.
Bring it quick.
Sweet baby Jesus.
I'm checking the chat. Thank you, Q.
Can I buy more?
I would lie. I would lie. Oh my god.
That burns. That burns so good.
Okay, Larry says, Ashley, you and Candy look lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Right.
I
Is
keep
Barbara
thinking,
alive too? Every time I go live, she was live.
I don't, Ben is deep in thought or frozen. I think it's just deep in thought reading.
So Jack says, if anything, I think the treasure is in or near a more obvious area, because the first 500 feet comment showed up before there was nearly any major media coverage, and with only a small percentage of the searchers out now. So Jack thinks it was in an obvious area.
Like,
Obvious meaning populated, like
Like
Well,
9
just-
Mile Hole, like somewhere people go to all the time
Hey,
that
Ben.
has been talked about.
hey Ben,
What?
do you remember in TTOTC, the chapter Golden War, how Ben recites the second book by Edna St. Vincent Millay?
Yeah.
Save upon the solid rocks the ugly houses stand. Come and see my shining palace built upon the sand.
Right.
That's all you need to know.
I mean, okay.
Still doesn't get it. Go find the castle.
Okay, I'll find the castle in the sand.
He hates me right now. It's great. He's like, okay.
I'm just
First of
looking
all,
up quotes,
how-
guys. So I can't do two things at once.
okay, did you ask him to do something? You don't have to do two things at once. You're good, babe.
Just reading more shit. So, okay, so here's the sounds like you're visiting my stretch of Madison. Deleted, of course, son of a bitch. Sounds from your post like you're visiting my stretch of Madison. I've picked it over and found nothing there. He's picked it over as of August 12th, 2018. He just got into the search. How's he picked it over by then? He's telling the truth and he's lying.
Does that make
That's
you feel
why
like it's not
him
real?
No, that's why it makes me feel that him bringing up the Madison is real. That is his stretch of the Madison, and he's saying he's picked it over and there's nothing there. But we know for a fact he hasn't picked it over. He's barely gotten there but once.
So you think that is the
Has he
purpose to
even searched
mislead?
yet?
Is it to
That's what I'm
mislead?
saying. I think he's trying to tell people to not go to the
To
Madison
get out of
River.
there because he knows that's where
Yeah.
it is. That's very possible.
Everything was deleted in this, but that's fine. That's fine.
Why do the LA Rams look like the Chargers to me? I think they changed
Okay,
their
so do we
color.
want to know do we want to know the post that Jack is actually responding to
The post?
when he says sounds like you're talking about my stretch of the Madison River, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But the post itself is deleted. So here's the actual post. I believe the treasure can be located by wading across a river or stream from an area with parking. And here are my reasons. The treasure is wet but not underwater. This can mean buried on an island or near a riverbank where water would seep through the ground due to physics. Heavy loads and water high. If anyone's tried crossing a river in waders, this is an excellent way to describe the heavy loads of water pushing you. As the water climbs higher up your body, the deeper you get. No place for the meek. Obviously, a river crossing is no place for the meek. No paddle up your creek. You won't be going upriver, but rather directly across. Not far, but too far to walk. Tells me possible river crossing. Your effort will be worth the cold. Sounds like a cold water river crossing to me. Fenn has been quoted saying, if you bring someone else along, best to leave the other searcher in the car, possibly because it's directly across the river, viewable from parking area. The multiple clues referencing water make me think one way or another, water is in close proximity. My current solve I intend to check out is in the woods along a large river bend where water becomes shallower and can be safely waded across, directly below a deeper section of river that's known for its excellent brown trout fishing, and directly across an area with parking. This is an area Fenn no doubt has been fishing before as well. Wish me luck. And then that's where the condor says, sounds from your post like you're visiting my stretch at the Madison. So this description right here describes Jack's stretch of the Madison. Does that make sense? My stretch of the Madison is from the Jack database, but if you click that, it takes you to the Reddit post in which he's responding to a deleted post. However, that deleted post can be found here, and here is where we find the description of Jack's, the Condor's stretch of the Madison River. And Jack's post doesn't even show up on this one. That's what's always interesting to check. But anywho, this is the post. Sounds like Kyle Cog is someone who was describing Jack's stretch of the Madison. Brown trout tattoo. Who is this guy? Some random babe texted me. Oh, geez. Oh wow, this guy has wiped his profile. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. So sounds like to me we have the exact description, which is near a bend in the river where the water gets more shallow, making it safer to cross, and it has to be next to a parking area. I mean, there's only a couple of spots. Now, all these fishing holes have park areas. So, you know, these fishing holes are in play here. It's just where's the shallower areas. Rudy crossed in the area that seemed pretty shallow. But I mean, at least to me, it's been a 9-mile solve for quite some time now, at least an obvious 9-mile solve for quite some time now. And that's why when I've gone to Yellowstone, the couple of times this year, I've only looked with intent along 9 Mile and Mount Haynes. So interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. USA China. If Jack was so enamored with the Madison, why was he northwest of there with his buddy? I mean, what do you mean? Why was he northwest of there? You mean northwest camping? Was he camping somewhere else? I mean, you're allowed to do that. You know, I camped at Madison Junction, right? But I got reservations ahead of time and blah 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 blah. I mean, so who knows? Maybe he had a hotel somewhere else. He doesn't like camping. Who the heck knows? I don't know. I'm checking out football while I'm doing this. Let's check DraftKings, see how we're doing here. Doo. Oh, this Van Jefferson dude got a touchdown. I put him in the MVP slot. I'm still not doing that well. How is that even possible? Andy Dalton is negative 0.08. I mean, jeepers creepers. Anyhow, northwest of Madison Junction. But how far northwest? If you're at West Yellowstone, you're northwest of Madison Junction, right? Well, I'm staying in West Yellowstone. That's why. It's a 15-minute drive to 9 Mile. It's very easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Like sometimes they make noise and sometimes they don't. It's quite interesting. Oh, looky. Hi. God, Sundays are brutal in the afternoon when you watch football all day. It's tiring. I'm tired today. I'm gonna smoke more weed. Plus, I think all I'm smoking is indica. Babe, where's the sativa? I can't find the sativa anywhere. And she disappears. She disappears like I don't even exist. Someone get Ashley's attention. Ashley. Ashley. Can you hear me? No, see.
Yes,
I
Boo.
finally got her attention. Where's the sativa?
It should just be in the box where all of the weed paraphernalia is.
No.
It's under my little nightstand over there. Over yonder. If it's not on the table, it's in the box.
Not there.
Are you okay? Look on my side table. Yeah, you look so cute.
I've done all this. That's why I'm asking you.
Okay, if it's not there, then you must have had it. You checked on your side. Oh, you're angry. You're
All I can
angry.
find is this indica. I don't know where it is.
Babe, it's somewhere. If I was there, I'm sure I could find it in 15 seconds.
Trailer the last time we were off because he played the Black Knight trailer.
Yeah, I know. That's what he was telling me that he
I
did.
was laughing so hard. I was like, dude, you watched the entire stream.
Yeah. He was like, I don't even care. You didn't find it?
Oh.
Shit.
God dang it.
Gosh darn it.
I can't imagine where else it would be. It would be in that box on the nightstand, on yours, or under the bed, or like in the drawer right there where you're sitting. Like there's only so many places it could be. Unless you took it outside with you when you were grilling yesterday, but I doubt that.
I looked outside already.
And it's not in the, there's nothing in the grinder.
So you're gonna tell him it's in the keyboard like last time.
That's a bad.
Ah. This is like getting locked out of the hotel room. Whatever. Looks like I'm smoking indica.
I'm sorry, babe. All right, it's really hard to hear you.
We're gonna go on an adventure.
I'm
for
sorry.
Wednesday.
Have fun.
Love you, babe.
Love you. Yeah, it's really hard to hear people at a bar. That's annoying, I must say. We move on to the Popo Aggie River. Oh my goodness gracious. No, we're not going to do that. Going through Jack Post. Going through Jack Post. Jack Post. I always like this. In my opinion, Home of Brown is the most difficult and important clue because it's deeply personal to Fenn. Something has protected the chest from searchers so long, and I think it's this that's eluding us. It also matches up with the way he talks about how many clues have been solved. I'm having like a moment, right? Like where it's just like, what is the fucking point of any of this? This is so annoying, frustrating. I just don't give a shit. Why do I need to know this? Why am I doing this to myself? That's really the true question. Down in the water, hats off to you. That's difficult. I've been here too, and I think this is one of only a few possible spots in the area, but I don't think the clues start to fall into place until you come across Cub Creek, Meek. And at that point, you've gone pretty far for an 80-year-old carrying a heavy weight. When it becomes Forest Creek, obviously this is a great fit for it being your creek and also in the wood. Though Cabin is a great fit for in the wood as well, not to mention Home of Brown. What in the fuck is he responding to? Cabin Creek. For anyone interested, I just spent 2 days scouring Cabin Creek with a buddy, searched under every rock and tree for the first 3 kilometers of the creek, and there is nothing. And when I say we scoured it, we scoured it. Well, you know, no offense to any searchers who tell me this. But just because you say you scoured something doesn't mean you scoured something, right? Let's say that, okay? All right, so Jack wasn't responding to anybody, so we know there's no context missing. We didn't go as far as Cub Creek. I couldn't see an elderly dude packing weight more than 3 kilometers. Once we pass the cliffs, it becomes less beautiful. I don't think family. And so he goes, I've been there too. So where's this in Yellowstone? Is this the same Cabin Creek he's talking about? Oh, that'll piss me off if it is. I don't see any of the other river creeks he's talking about. There's no Cub Creek anywhere. Dog Creek. Is this the same fucking one? It can't be the same one, right? Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen. Sorry, guys. So Beaver Dam Canyon, it's fine, but like. Go to his comment. The clues start. I don't think the clues start to fall into place until you come across Cub Creek. Okay. So Cub Creek is where it gets at. Cub Creek. Okay, where the fuck am I now? Now, see, like, I hate Google Maps sometimes. Where are you taking me, Cub Creek? Trail Creek. What's this? Is this Cub Creek? Oh, good grief. Come on. This isn't it. Someone help me out. What should I type in? Give me GPS or something. Now I'm annoyed. What are they talking? Is this just people fucking with each other, just giving each other wrong information? Like, what does he say? Cub Creek. Where? When it becomes Forest Creek, is he talking shit? Is that what he's doing? Is he just being a dick? Jack Creek. How about fucking Jack Creek? There's Cabin Creek. Where the hell is? By Lily Falls. I'd fucking kill someone if it was by Lily Falls. I would just. There's Forest Creek. And Snake River. That's interesting. Oh, fuck me. What is he talking about here, guys? Can someone explain this to me? What in the fuck? And why does he say down in the water? Like what is he even referencing when he says down in the water? Hats off to you. That's difficult. Oh shit, he's being sarcastic as fuck. So he's saying you can't really search Cabin Creek. Is that what he's saying? Let's go back to Cabin Creek. Is that what he's fucking saying? That's pretty though. Hmm. This is like how I used to do this. Just kind of just chill and get started to do some searching from the computer. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. He's given like places like one spot at a time here that aren't next to each other. It must be the point. above the dam at Hebgen, follow Cabin Creek and it splits. What is that? Hebgen. This is in Montana? Cub Creek hooks left when you're hiking up Cabin Creek. I was looking. I don't see Cub Creek anywhere. Where the fuck? I mean, where are we talking about here? Oh, yeah, you can trek fucking Cabin Creek in a circle. Really? I mean, there's a fucked circle, but you could do it. Kind of looks like one arrowhead, doesn't it? Where's this Cub Creek? Huh? Where's this Cub Creek? I don't see no Cub Creek. Hooks to the left. Where? North? Hooks to the left, north? That makes even less sense to me, dude. What are we talking about here? I have no point of reference. All right. Oh, fuck me. Cabin Creek confluence. Okay, I see what we're saying here. But then we're in Montana. I fuck Montana. All right, so that's why I wasn't finding it. I was sticking to Wyoming. So Jack is saying he's been there and he likes it. How does that work with 9 Mile Hole? How does that work with his quotes? There's Cub Creek. I see what you're saying. So, fuck. And there's Forest Creek. Why does it become Forest Creek? Right here. What in the fuck is this shit? God damn it. How did I not see that is this labeled wrong? Is this Forest Creek and that's Cabin Creek? Still. Poop on a fiddlestick. Poop on a fucking fiddlestick, man. That's dope as shit. But again, that's fucking. Ugh. Put him below the home of Brown. What are we talking? What are we talking about here, Forrest Fenn? What are we talking about here, Forrest Fenn, home of Brown? Come on. Come on. I don't like it though. It's in Montana. What's going on? Such a pretty area though. Huh. I know there's a lot of saws that use Hebgen Lake as Woodman Waters Hall. I understand if there's a border issue, right? Like if there's a nonsensical, oh, well, this is actually technically Wyoming, or this was technically Wyoming for a while, like that kind of stuff. I can see like why we can say, okay, everything's in Wyoming. But this is too far away. Way too far away. And then, I mean, it's just, I don't get, is there a jar here? It's always funny to try to take it out, put it here, but never works. You know what? I think I've looked at this clearing before because I remember the rocks here. I kind of like this. Yeah, Montana was super sexy before they announced only in Wyoming. Why can't I do 3D? What in the heck's going on? Well, anywho. Let's not forget the same person says he thinks it's in an obvious spot. So whether that's Cabin Creek area that is seemingly was searched to death, or Madison River, which was searched to death. Back to churning. He also literally says that further up the article. If I've got 2 days to live, take me out under a tall pine tree way out in the forest, leave me a bottle of water, and go back to town. Hard not to wonder if that's what we're looking for. Caves down there. Yeah, that's dope. I'd want to see that. It's pretty dope. You're describing confirmation bias. Humans are bad at appreciating coincidence. It's literally everywhere. We are so innately attuned to finding cause and effect that we are prone to constantly dismiss it. Coincidence is so reliably found that it's a huge issue in science and what people call p-hacking. Basically, researchers are pressured and incentivized to find new discoveries. So when the data unscrupulous ones gather doesn't support their hypothesis, they sort through the data until they can piece together any sort of coincidental pattern about anything, then publish that as if that's what they were looking for all along. This will always be a problem for us unless we find some actual proof that our specific spot is special to Fenn. It's a good way of looking at it. I think you could just read that rather than watch his whole video, to be honest. Fun to read your thoughts. I tend to take Fenn at his word when he says the hints weren't deliberately placed. I think that literally means he did not include hints on purpose. They're just there for other reasons. They're not pointing us all around the book text. I try to simplify, as he says, while still somehow be imaginative. I don't think we have any evidence. I don't think we have any evidence Fenn has made puzzles before or showed any interest in creating one for this. He tells us there are no ciphers, etc. This is a self-published memoir with a poem attached, not a puzzle book. He had a spot he liked for other reasons and wrote a poem to get someone there. I mean, those are pretty striking words. So a lot of people solves. So a lot of people aren't going to accept it just for the very nature of it. Just negates and contradicts their methodology and solve itself. No wonder so many people don't like Jack. I think you're really stretching not that organized into organized. He's telling you multiple ways that this stuff is not deliberate. There's no grand scheme. A dog off his leash will run off and shit somewhere in the park. It's organized in a sense that it comes out in a pile if he didn't eat anything weird. It's deliberate in the sense that he squatted down and when he felt the urge to relax his sphincter. Wow. But you're stretching things too much to see it as some master plan. Like this is Jack Stu, guys. What's the word? Gallatin? That's not a word. Gallatin Ghost. What else has he said? Yeah, Forrest hedging on if the blaze is a single object or whatnot, made of multiple components in one spot. I mean, that could be something attached to a tree, right? Two different things. I don't know. Huh. Another confirmation bias. Yeah, I really honestly think every clue is a natural feature except the blaze that he put there. That's it. Bingo, bingo, bungo. Football is good. We're making money. It could be a natural feature that Fenn considers the blaze itself is not feasible to remove. We've talked about that. This is a man who doesn't own a cell phone, much less a smartphone. He knows how to work his email, but apparently delegates anything else regarding to the internet to Dale and others. This method centers on him lying about just about everything, including the stated purpose of the chase, in order to trick people into spending their time and money outside for no real reason. Also, is there such a thing as a 1,000-year domain name license? I hope that was a clean enough break that they can reattach to your head. Wow, he's mad at somebody. Let's see who's yelling at. Considering I alluded to this in other comments, I figured I might as well flesh it out a bit here. I'm not sure it has been addressed elsewhere, but so beginning one was all I'll begin at www period. I see. This led me to consider the pump might in fact resolve back to a URL. And then Jack goes, okay, so you think the poem leads you to a website on the internet. And he's going, dude, this is a man who doesn't fucking own a cell phone, much less a smartphone. Yeah. Okay, I see what Jack's saying there. Made it clear as God. Oh, God, yeah. What else? Oh no, out of batteries. Don't I have another? Unless that's out too. I'm almost out of vape juice anyway. Fuck. That'll do, pig. This was quite a video. His grasp of the facts is not very firm, but I can see how someone would watch this and think, oh, God, yeah. Don't care. The chest is on public soil, period. Ooh. Chest is on public soil, period. Interesting. I mean, I don't know why that's interesting, but it just is. A hint is when you open a package and realize you got drunk and bought an out-of-print book from the 1990s about regional land feature names. A clue is when you find yourself deep in the woods, all scratched and bitten up, alerting the bears to your presence by loudly regaling them with factoids about Forrest Fenn's extended family. I thought he was listening to podcasts all the time. Obviously, this guy knew what he was doing in the forest. So why does he make it seem like he doesn't? Taking naps, listening to his headphones. None of this is searcher stuff. It's like he doesn't want us to think he was a good searcher. Why? I don't understand where people get this stuff. He said his gut feeling was just that. He said he doesn't give hints to searchers. If you think he's lying about everything, why do you believe him when he said he hid the treasure? In my mind, I'm the lead searcher because I've put together some things that have never been discussed to my knowledge, but I will have no way of truly knowing unless I find the damn thing. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Larry, I did say that back in the, yeah. That'll do, pig. That'll do. So that doesn't make it the hardest clue. So what is this person saying is the hardest clue? Oh, so he's saying more waters halt. Okay. And Condor is saying what the fuck? Hold on. Y'all remember me talking about Jack and his fucking lack of periods with me on emails? Look at this. Why is that speaking to someone? And there are still periods in that story. That's what the British call a full stop. I don't think we have enough context here yet. Condor 2 snow, what? Why haven't they retrieved it yet? In December of 2018, and then Jack responds, snow.
But on the pictures, he goes, "That's wild. Haha, get something on your couch for a bit."
And
I said to the back, "Why not the couch?"
What's up?
we have moved to a new bar.
Hey.
We got a new bar, huh?
I can barely hear you.
Oh,
Thank you.
How you liking the new bar?
We love the new bar. Look, can you see us on camera?
Yeah.
oh, that would be like.
Wyatt?
Yeah, I see you.
Okay, look. I introduced your girlfriend to a thing called Big Stick drinks. And they're called Big Stick drinks because they put the big stick in the drink.
Very nice.
So they're delicious.
Yeah.
She's
I
in the
like
bathroom
that.
right
Nice.
now, but yes, Big Stick drink.
Oh, he's calling me now.
And we're actually on the hunt for karaoke later.
What are they?
Oh my god. Oh god.
That's like
I need
Wait,
vape
look at this
juice,
really
babe.
fantastic drink Candy got me. Look, it's got a pop.
Yes, I saw.
I'm so
Amazing.
he's jealous. Hold on. We're gonna take over real fast. Now.
Oh.
You like my lot? Yeah, I got it for me.
It's gorgeous. You have a good
Break the horse. My mic cord.
Mine yours is cuter though.
I know. I have her twins.
Wait, see, they're talking about the removal of punctuation. And it just so happens I have a whole, everyone called me crazy for talking about Jack's removing the periods. And here he is fucking talking to people about removal of periods. How did I miss this?
I just hear angry. I hear angry things. Just angry.
No, I'm not angry at all.
Well, hold on. Hold that thought. And hold my angry wrinkle.
Guys, this is how I am sometimes when I get closer, think I'm close to something. I just start to get like concentration mode, which is probably not conducive to this, but what is Jack talking about the fucking punctuation though? What can I write? Gospel. All right. All comments. Okay, so this is where he responds to. If you take the fact that he removed all of the commas from the story and literally tells us that he's done so, what did he do? He pulled out all the stops. If you pull out all the stops, you do everything you possibly can to make something happen in the way you want it to. And then Jack says, why is that speaking to someone? And there are still periods in that story. That's what the British call a full stop. Okay, so he's just referring to the usage of periods as a full stop. So now I can honestly go to him and say, so when you don't do periods, here, let me show you. You guys all talk so much shit about me and these missing periods. And lo and behold, share screen. Oh, no, don't end the meeting. Share the screen. Lo and behold, why is that? There are still periods in that story, and that's what the British call a full stop. So Jack knows exactly what he's doing when he's not leaving periods at the end of a sentence. Big bada boom. Interesting. So the British call it a full stop. He's leaving periods out of emails, so there's no full stop. Or when he uses a period, there is a full stop. So if we're debating something, me and Jack, and it's based upon the facts that he has given me, or the public, or whatever, and there's something in those facts is not true on purpose, then anything we discuss can be left open to interpretation because we're not going off of the same facts. When we are working off the same facts, Jack can use a period as a full stop on something, as in there's nothing left to discuss or even think about on this topic, full stop. I'm beginning to think that's exactly what those missing periods meant. And you can laugh and say they're pointless, but I sit at home and hear people dismiss shit like that and go, well, that's why you'll never find a treasure. Have I emailed Jack in the last month? I have not. I stopped emailing him. Well, I've emailed him a few times to no avail. So I think the last time I emailed him, I was in Yellowstone. So it was fairly recent, but nothing. He doesn't like me anymore, or he never liked me to begin with, or he's just done emailing people. I assume he's emailing people in private. I'm just not one of them. But I also, ask questions and help others that maybe aren't asking the questions that they should be asking. And, if certain powers that be or in this whole thing don't like that, then okay, but that's me. I'm gonna go get my last beer while you guys figure shit out. I don't have good enough internet. We'll be live tomorrow night. K Pro, you want to come on the show tonight? Wait, was that the question? Oh yeah, you don't have to go live tonight, K Pro, but you can hop on here. Candy and Ashley are having drinks, K Pro. That's what they're referring to, and they quickly run off the stream when just letting them hop in and out as they please, basically. Christy, he didn't write me back either. I may or may not have endearingly referred to him as crickets once. Well, that's probably better than what I've referred to him as a couple of times. Like, so, whenever my phone typos Jack, it typos it to hack, and I chuckle. Last beer. I know it does sound like a crisis. I was hoping to get more, but doesn't seem like Ashley's gonna get home anytime soon. And I'm with all the kids, and I've been drinking, so I can't go anywhere. I know the internet does suck in the West, but I think you can figure it out. I will. I'll email you, or I'm gonna message you the link, and then I'm gonna go get me a new beer or the final beer, and then yeah, we'll just do the final part of this little shindig. You got anything juicy you can tell me, K-Pro, from up in Yellowstone? Tons of video on the island all along the way. Lovely. Just lovely. I can copy anything else, right? No, there we go. Okay. Now I will be right back, kiddos. Looks like a boring football game too. Well, okay, bro, I messaged you on what's it called? Facebook, FYI. No, where the heck? Oh, God, do I see? I gotta say, sometimes these Jack quotes just don't make any sense. They don't make any sense. I don't understand Fenn has said many have solved the first two clues. There's nothing special about where Warm Waters Halt. If you come up with a Warm Waters Halt and Google it and there's no discussion about it on a Fenn forum or blog, it's incorrect. Oof. Hard to argue that too. I like you. I like you. I don't, I don't see any other emails. Like I've done this a few times. Some of these I'm like, oh shit, how did I miss that? But I think there's only so many times you can read this shit. Chicago is about to score. No link. I sent it to you, K-Pro. It's on your Facebook Messenger. Facebook Messenger, K-Pro. You get it? Technology is fun, but like when it doesn't work, it's like, what the fuck? K-Pro, I'm just gonna post this here. Fuck it. There you go. It's in the chat. Come on. We're gonna need a bigger boat. I always wanted to like kind of use that in the right way. Waiting on K-Pro. Should we make a song for that? It's the BK. That was my initial. It's the BK K-Pro waiting time. That's stupid. This is why I don't sing songs or write songs. Christmas time is coming soon. What are we, like 2 months, 3 months away? You know who has the best whistle in all of movies? Chevy Chase. Anybody who's seen National Lampoon movies know exactly what I'm talking about. And it can't be rivaled. The man is untouchable when it comes to that. K-Pro's trying, the Wi-Fi sucks. It's all right, K-Pro, do what you need. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. The dreaded West Yellowstone internet curse. It's like Oak Island. Should we talk Oak Island? Let's talk some Oak Island. They're gonna find shit this year? I think they are. I think this is the year. I think this is the year for Oak Island. Lots of people try to tell me that Rick and Marty Lagina are just, milking it for as much as it's worth just to be on TV. I'm just like, every time people say that to me, it feels like I'm talking to somebody who doesn't understand the end of Lost. because Rick and Marty Lagina are spending millions on that shit to dig and excavate. For what? Do you know how much History Channel gives them? Fucking pennies on the dollar. Now, do they get some sponsorships and discounts on that construction equipment by saying Irving Unlimited, 1,000 times an episode? Sure, but it's still. I mean, when Marty does his little honeycomb thing that he wants to do next season, when they actually don't have COVID fucking shit out, like we're talking, that's like a $25 million dig that he's doing. Okay, they're doing that because they think there's something down there. They're not doing that for fucking TV ratings. And we've gotten close. I understand wanting to quit it. Listen, it's not their fault that History Channel makes 27 episodes out of this shit. You could make 6 episodes a season, and everybody would love the fuck out of it.
Can you hear me?
I hear you.
Am I?
I hear you.
Is it cutting off or anything?
No, it's like you're in Vegas right now.
I don't know about that. Hi.
So how is it over there?
It's awesome. Exhausting, but it's awesome. So you know
Exhausting,
more
yeah.
than anybody. So yeah. No, it's been it started. I was just going by myself a week and a half ago. I asked you guys, I asked Cynthia, and she ended up showing up here. But I asked
Nice.
Shannon. You guys might not know Shannon, Odious Soul. And she's like, I need a girls trip. So we've had a good couple of days. So
well, you're having that girls trip. At least Ashley's with Candy right now, and they're drunk. So this would be an interesting
Nice.
night.
I was gonna say no driving. So
No, I think that at this
Candy
point, I
your
think
way?
they've gone to Ubering. No, they're Ashley's over by like Chino or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is she's at this point she's Ubering everywhere she's going tonight. So whatever.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, sounds like they're
So
having
what's
fun.
the goings on? What's the tea, as the kids say?
Let's
New
see.
rumors and
We
what?
went to a couple spots in the park. Had some
Did you get to see my
interesting.
tree?
Are you talking about the island tree?
No, my tree in the video. The island tree is different. The tree in the video right across the river, that fallen tree. Or did you only cross
No.
at 9 Mile? Did you
I
not go
only
to
crossed
Mount
it 9
Hayes
miles.
either?
Jeez, I even had waders. It's a little, that stream has some current to it.
I'm fairly certain Fenn said not to wear waders if you're crossing 9 Mile. Like,
He's
specifically
wrong.
not.
No,
Like,
but
because he said the waders actually pull you in more. The stream gets into your waders and actually pulls on you. He said it's actually worse to wear waders. Maybe
So
I have the
I
quote
was-
wrong.
well, I was so wet so I did waders across, and then to go up to the creek, I took the waders off. And then to get up to the island, no paddle all the way up to the blaze. I was like, I finally just jumped in the creek and took the creek up because it was just a
That's
battleground.
exactly what I did. Yeah.
And then I was so wet, I was like, I'm not getting back in waders. So I just went. I actually had a harder time in my hiking boots than I did. The waders were easier for me.
Really?
So yeah, I mean, it's
Interesting.
it was pretty yeah, it was interesting to see.
The wildlife then in the area.
There were bears there the day before. We had pictures. We had some people doing recon for us, so we could
Nice.
make things easy. But
Right.
then I don't know if you know Steve Buck. He had a gun, bear
Seems
spray.
familiar.
Yeah, he was awesome. And so
Cool.
we were right in the spot that Jason North Face was in. That buffalo.
The
We didn't have
buffalo.
that.
That's a cool
Yeah.
video.
We didn't have that problem. So it was really cool. And yeah, we spent tons of time up at the island, as they say. So, but a couple people, once they heard I was up here, they decided to want to add to the story. So tomorrow night, I'm only putting together here's what we did, but I'm putting a video together with what I consider evidence. Rudy, I know you're in the room. It's not going to be opinions. And the solve that I
Wow.
think Forrest had. And I'm going to put what's opinion and then what's either from Jack's database. There's a couple people that know some things, and either have talked to the family or talked to Jack.
Are you gonna get like, are you gonna have like all 9 clues and what an answer is for each clue?
Yep,
Specific to
and
what the 9 clues are too.
and a video to correspond with it. And
Wow.
any additional evidence out of the Condor database or source. I don't know if you saw the pictures, Cynthia and Shannon and I, we had a great time at the bars at night. So
I saw
my-
just as I turned the stream on, I was like hopping onto Facebook while I was live, and I was like, "Oh, hey, look, there's K-Pro." It was like
Yeah.
the first thing that popped up on Ashley's Facebook.
yeah. So hopefully, I can tell you, I actually messaged Mike yesterday. I'm like, this is closure. This is it. That's why I came here. But wow. And I said, what the hell do we do now? Like, I was
That's
kind of
what's
sad. I was a little emotional. And he's like, and he only knows half of the stuff that he hasn't seen, some of the pictures and some of the, I have some videos of some things. And so, yeah. Madison knows somebody already took the $5 bill. So there's people that are, there's actually a trail now heading up to the island. The island is where some believe it's the actual spot. That's what they call it, is the island. There's a bunch of trees, and then all of a sudden there's no trees. And that's supposedly, that's where all the cameras, the hidden cameras are set up and stuff. And somebody tacked a $5 bill to the tree. Like that from the scrapbook with the $5 bill. I was like, come on, you silly gooses. So-
Didn't the scrapbook with the $5 bill, didn't that lead back to DB Cooper? Can we get Alan Kay on this? I'm fairly certain the serial number was like in the section of serial numbers of bills stolen by DB Cooper. Alan was in here before.
But it's not okay. It's kind of like a cipher. If a cipher or an anagram and you have a couple left over, he showed me, he's like, the serial numbers is kind of close. Yeah, if you have a 9-digit number and 6 of the numbers match, or 5 or 4 or something, it's like, I don't think it's
well, no, fair, true, but it was within a certain classification of serial numbers. So anything in between those serial numbers was literally given, because they were in sequential bills that was given to him. He didn't ask for non-sequential. He got sequential bills.
Yeah, but I haven't seen those two tied together. So Holy asked,
fair enough. So why would the $5 bill be there? By the way, why do you think that's there?
Oh, I think a searcher was being a silly goose. That's what I think.
Okay, fair enough.
I think there's actually a couple foot trails now that, from what I understand, were not there in the beginning. So I think that's funny.
Interesting. So it's already, the area is becoming trampled.
Yeah. And basically there's one cam, and they point to an area in the middle. Holly is asking why are cams up. I have a really hard time, as you guys know, with secret recordings. We were whispering to each other, like people, I don't know. And I don't think they are, I don't think a permit was pulled to put them there. So I don't think they're appropriately there. And I find that
I don't think anybody gets to put cameras up. I think that's wrong, personally speaking.
and because there's an audio compo, I looked at the one, it's both audio and video. Well, what if somebody wants to, I hate to say pee in the woods. Now you're watching that and it's hooked
what if
up
I
to
did pee in the woods? What if I don't remember, K-Pro, that I peed in the woods and now it's on tape?
I think it's
I have
not
a
only
lawsuit on my
illegal,
hands?
it's wrong. I don't know. And I'm trying to stay out of it, but I do have to say there was times that we were like, why does someone think they have a right to listen to us right now without our permission?
It's not fair when you're out
illegally?
there. Right. I don't like
And it was, and they had a camera for where we waited in, and they got to watch me stumble and all of that. Are they selling it to a documentary? Did they get my permission? They didn't get Yellowstone's permission. I asked them, I asked the Rangers if there's cams up, they're like, no. And I don't want to get more involved than that, but I felt it was really, really creepy and inappropriate. So it was hard. So there was 6 cameras though. I mean, I thought there was only like 2 or 3. There was 6 cameras that I found. I found 6 cameras. And I waved to all of them because I just thought, what do you, but actually
that's what I did.
Cameras pointed.
I only saw 2.
So there's not one in the parking lot anymore. I saw that picture before. There's one right when you wade over in the shallow part. There is one right at home of Brown and Creek. Actually, there's two, I think there. I don't know. I video of all of it. I'll show it. And then there's one about 100 feet up, and then there's one at the island. There's two at the island, and they point, like one points this way and one points this way, and it's like right in the middle is where the spot is that the ground has been disturbed. So there's.
I wonder.
let's see,
I
one,
wonder
two,
if
three,
people. I wonder if people are trampling an area because they see these cameras up, and they're almost following a trail that the cameras are now leading us to a spot, a specific island. It's almost like the cameras could be causing damage beyond just, infringing on our privacy. I go to
Yeah.
the woods to not be hurt by somebody at home. You know what I mean? That seems a ridiculous thing. I wonder if Forrest Fenn would be happy that trail cams are up recording the spot.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, I would say no, but
But by the way, call it an
but that
island.
was such a
Again,
small-
I'm back to Lost.
yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
TV
well,
show
and I don't know
Lost,
Lost,
423.
But it's funny because people are like, have you been to the island? Have you been to the, I'm surprised how many people have been there, but it is, okay. So you want to hear something funny? I'll save it for the video, but the home of Brown Spot is where we probably filmed about 60 trout.
Oh, yeah.
And when we walked back down, there were fly fishermen right there. And we're like, what are you doing? Hey, have you caught anything? And he goes, this is the famous honey hole. It's like fishing in a barrel. And I went, that pretty much covers it. That pretty much covers it. So I said,
That's
okay.
funny.
So yeah.
That's
So
funny.
anyway, it was, so, I mean, I don't know if anybody will be more convinced or less convinced, but there is some additional corresponding evidence is all I will say. So it'll probably take Mike's the one that's going to cut it, put it together. I'm going to do the voiceover, and it's just going to take you from Madison's WWWH Canyon, and then why 9 Mile Hole. There's some pieces that have not been highlighted out of the Condor database that I did get my hands on, which was nice. And so I think bringing all those pieces together, and there's also some additional, I need to make sure when I build the video that the people that have told me certain things that I say it right, because they're wanting things said in a certain way. But there are some people that are close with the family. There's some people that are close with Jack, and they're ready to go on record. So it's all going to be a part of this. So, which will be a very
giving
cool.
Jack any last second emails, or you just rolling forward with this?
Jack knows where I am. So
Yeah.
no, I'm not. So but it was, I do have to say it was a blast, because Cynthia kind of just popping up and being there was awesome. Shannon, that she came, was awesome. And then I do have to say, Jens and I, we have beyond a truce. It's not only a truce, but it is an actual a good restart. So, which has
Very
been
cool.
cool.
It's just cool to see people get along again, or in general, just, okay, awesome. Moving forward, that really cool. Good to hear.
Yeah. So that is so we'll see how things roll next. But yeah, that'll be, so we're going to just talk about the whole trip, kind of what I'm doing now, but a little bit more specifics tomorrow. And then I'm hoping in the week, Mike has enough time to cut the whole video together. But I'm going to start storyboarding it now. So yep.
Very cool.
That's what we're doing. And we almost got into the Fenn room at Bullwinkle's. We found somebody
did
willing to, that's a story in itself. But we didn't, we had to do like a midnight thing, and it's a funny story behind it. And that's about it. But yeah, we definitely, there was no pool, but we definitely tell your biggest secret.
Oh.
Shannon, Cynthia, me, Jens, and Steve. And it was like, like, Shannon, you first. I was
gonna say, who had to go first?
Yeah, it was not tell your best. It was tell your best chase secret.
Uh-huh. Oh,
It was a fun game. So, and some people are already upset that people are together. Hey guys, everybody can be friends without and I'm joking around a little about, oh, we got all the secrets. let people be. Let people have fun. Who cares? We actually put all the NDA. I'm in a documentary. We haven't been able to talk. We put it all aside and we just, how are you doing? Like, what's going on in your life? And we kind of just went around the table and talked like human beings rather than chasing a treasure or a solve. I mean, there was plenty of solve talk, plenty, but which I just kind of kept my mouth shut and listened.
That's what I do too. I just go, okay, keep going. What else?
Well, it was
Interesting.
it was really funny because okay. I just want to hold to this. Bull Moose Gallery says he knows for a fact that me and Jason secretly recorded Forest in 2028. I love that. No, I didn't. And it was very clear that I didn't know he was secretly recording. So this guy keeps coming back as 25 different people. I didn't know about the secret recording. I don't like being secretly recorded. This is like the third time. That's what was funny. I was out at 9 Mile and it's like, God, this is the third time I'm being secretly recorded. It happens. And I'm not even going to look back. That was in 2018. So Bull Moose Gallery, move forward. Just chill out, man. But yeah, no, that was not me. And I don't even have the recording. So if I was involved in it, please give it to me or have whoever give it to me because I don't have that recording. So, but that's all the shenanigans of the past. Let's move forward together. You should make a video of the biggest secret reveal. There's some things when you go to Wild West that are left at Wild West. we said this is
what
like
happens
the
to
Dome
Wild
of-
West stays a Wild West. Yes.
Yeah, we said like this is like where we're not going to we just wanted like anything's okay to say, even if it's like, what are you frustrated about? What are you really excited about? Is this the end for you or whatever? And it was fun. It was fun. So, and Jens has showed me all of the trailers now. And then we talked about other stuff and, it was cool. So anyway, and
Good.
Mike got updates every couple of hours because he's holding down the fort and all that good stuff. So
yeah, it's tough to do from far away and then get back to family. But you're flying home tomorrow?
No, well, I'm heading back to work. So yeah, it kind of
Okay.
sucks. So this was like the last opportunity before the end of the season. I know there's going to be a snowstorm like soon. Like I knew if I delayed
Right.
1 week and this was the only week that Shannon could come and I wasn't going to miss the opportunity. So
Oh,
So-
hell yeah, for sure. All right,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you for
Yeah.
coming on and updating us.
Yes.
Obviously, hold the rest back and tomorrow. So it's not a live video. You're just going to drop the. What do you think? Like,
No, it'll
like
be
a
live.
20, 30
It'll-
minute video? Oh, it'll be
No,
live.
it'll be
Oh,
live. Yeah. Well, no,
sweet.
our show tomorrow will be live and then we are going to cut a video and I'm hoping it'll be a half an hour, tops an hour. And we'll actually show that and maybe stop along the way on next Monday's show if Mike gets it done. It's like, this is the one that I'm like closure for me time. So I want it to be just right. I want it to say it right. And there are a couple people that I have to run it by to make sure they're okay with it before it goes out. And so it might take an extra week. I'm hoping not, because again, I'm starting to storyboard now. So yeah. So
Cool.
thanks for having me on.
No problem. No problem. It's good to get the updates. It's tough to be not there anymore. Now I see what everyone else feels like when we're not there and you're there. We're like, what's going on? Tell me
It
more.
was
But no,
over
it's
the
good.
top. I mean, the whole trip has been over the top. I mean, the chit-chatting with people, having, a beer and then getting out boots on the ground again, even though there's nothing there, but seeing it all up close. I mean, I hadn't been to 9 Mile, but we also 7 Mile, we went to Big Bend, went to Ojo Caliente. I mean, it wasn't just one. It was really, I filmed everything to see like, okay, here's some differences. And there's just tons and tons. I think I have 6 hours of footage. So I need nothing like Jens has, but I need to get it all boiled into one little thing. So anyway, okay. Have a good night.
Thank you. Good night, K-Pro.
Bye.
I'll see you. I think we're going to cut it off here too. It's been 2 hours. I think that's good. Unless anybody has any pressing topics they want to discuss, I'm going to catch the second half of football here. So I think we'll cut it off here. It was a good night. Moral of the story, next time it warms up, do your reservations now. If you want to go to camp anywhere inside Yellowstone, the reservations I think for the upcoming year happen in like December or January, but like book them right away because I tried booking reservations for July, August, and April, and they were sold out. So yeah, you gotta book early. So anyway, when you do it, make sure you reserve quickly. Hmm. All right, well, that's enough of that. I'm gonna watch the football, folks. I'm dying. I'm doing well in DraftKings. I keep checking, and so it's like, all right, I wanna check out this sweat and see how it goes. So anyway, good night, folks. Maybe we'll go on live after whatever K Pro does for tomorrow night. So.